Peters, all types of talent over there. I mean, it's unheard of. They had 2 or 3 running backs. They get to the Super Bowl, and then out of nowhere, he just makes some of the most baffling decisions I've ever seen in my entire life. Even before Super Bowl, I saw decisions that didn't make sense. Now let's fast forward to present day. Here you are with Von Miller, who ain't doing nothing on defense. The defense is absolutely missing. And now when they make decisions on things like, I don't know, say 3rd and 1, instead of giving the ball to Henderson, you're asking Stafford to throw the ball 20, 30 yards down the field. Well, what part of the game plan is that? How does that set you up for success? And it makes me wonder if he's doing it. And it's not just me, it's even people like Rodney Harrison, who has pointed this out on NBC Sports on YouTube. He pointed this out that Matthew Stafford is suffering because of Sean McVay's decision making and the things that he's calling, which I believe is due to analytics. It makes it so predictable and it makes it so challenging. And when you have this predictability going on, it makes you easy to defend. And it's a shame because I think it's happening more than we know.
Yeah. So when you say you think it's happening more than you know, are you talking like 50% of the league, 80% of the league? Like how widespread do you think this analytic game is taking over the NFL?
I think 95% of the league is using analytics, and I think out of that 95%, I think there's a 5% of coaches who just like, that's not coaching for me. They want nothing to do with the technology. They want nothing to do with what I call them accountants. They don't care what the accountants and stat chasers are saying. They're looking at the game in real time and saying, look, here's what I have to do to win and win it. Bill Belichick will look at an analytic and be like, okay, so that's not how the game is going.
So I think there is a spot for analytics in the game, but that is not in the natural flow of the game whatsoever. Right. That is going for 2 points or going for 1. Just and like that almost isn't analytics. That is, being smart and say, hey, if I score a 2-point conversion here, is it still a 2-point game or is it actually down to a 1-point game? Like, what if I don't make it here? What happens? That's the only part of analytics I want at any part of the game. Also, the timeouts toward the end of the game, when you're within like 4 or 5 minutes left of the game, when you start using your timeouts, that's when I think analytics do play a part in the game. But that's also comes with years of coaching experience and just knowing your situations, right?
Yeah, I mean, think about this, right? If you go through, to me, I believe that truth has to have some type of history, right? And when we look at things that are true, there's a history behind it. Like, if I take oxygen away from you, you're probably not going to be able to make it, right? So there's a history that gives us what we're looking for. When you go back in the day and you look at some of the greatest coaches in NFL history, they wasn't doing stuff based on analytics.
No.
They understood how to manage the game in real time based on what was happening in real time in front of them. And when you look at the game as it's played now, the teams who are constantly in the winner's circle are playing with outside of the analytics. Like, I mean, people really want Mike Tomlin going out of Pittsburgh, but he's never had a losing season. And people talk bad about Bill Belichick and make it seem like it's all Tom Brady, but it's not like he's not, out here really doing things that's killing the team. And they've had multiple winning seasons. But when you start to go down the list and you look at Mike Zimmerman, a person who I do believe uses analytics, you have to ask yourself the question,